Thank you, Michelle, and thank you for inviting me to this evening's event. I feel very humbled. The first of my 3 poems, which all have a theme around childhood, is entitled Shaving. It was written in commemoration of my father's 80th birthday and was based on watching him shave as a child. Sadly, he passed about 8 years ago. Shaving. Slowly with poised precision, I shave the decades in memory's mirror. Time condenses to a slicker, slacker sound, soapy badger hair on a festive face. My father, shaving, I look up. Glints of secured danger on tiptoe gaze. I gasp at each gimble and glide, seeking sure signs of crimson froth. A nick in time, styptic paper pleasure. With automatic hand, he reaches out for a splash of fragrant irony to rasp and writhe. His lean torso turns, the reverse image is lost. He smiles as his string vest captures our moments. Constructing carpet-seated go-karts, filling my head with Irish blither-blather. Fat tired trips to Mr. Darley's on errands for mum with a 10-bob note, always shaving. Slowly with poised precision, he shaves 80 years for us, a day at a time. Now's the time to grow a beard.
Tracy's poems, Laura Lou.
A tissue paper, thin kite, poorly made, yet still takes to flight. Like a bird, wings spread, filled with delight. Strong and powerful, glides in the crisp blue sky. Then like a bolt of lightning, comes crashing down. Crumbles shattered, stuck in the ground. Pick yourself up. Wind whispers, then blows, and up once again. Strength you must show, graceful and glent, fearless and free.
Like to the summer's rain, or as the pearls of morning's dew, the droplets on the petals sparkle like crystals against the rising sun. A yellow trumpet standing proud, announcing its arrival in the garden of blossoming flowers. Tulips peek through the grass, yellow, red and purple too. A geranium from the summer is flowering early, now the frost has gone. The leaves of lavender are green and strong. Soon the heavy scent will pervade the summer air. Oh, I wish for long, hot, sunny days when bees fly and capture pollen, and I can sit amongst my flowers and a book or two. That is my dream. How about you?
No matter how many our knees kiss the pavement, we get back up, one grace stronger, always reaching for further than the sky. The chains that bound us down have no power left, the darkness left behind, whilst running to the light. The shouting is nothing to be afraid of, it's the cheers of encouragement. Don't let time pass you by.
It took me years to understand that this too was a gift. Those deep, dark, suffocating days, the constant gnawing inside my brain, the fears flowing through my veins, criticism planted like a seed, slowly growing, taking over, dark shadows lurking, ready to pounce and begin their workings until the light gently starts to appear, doing its best to diminish my fear. Lessons to learn every day, continuing to find the strength to make my way. The insight has finally come, no more guilt to make me glum.
My life is mine and I'm in control. I am my own master. Well, when I'm feeling good, that is very true. But when I'm struggling, it's a matter of just getting through. Actually, though, I'm not a master of anything. I say that because I'm not perfect, or ever will be. I am me with all my faults and imperfections. But you know what? I'm okay with that. So yes, maybe I'm the master of being me.
The second one is in honour for my brother through COVID. So this is in honour of my brother. My brother David, I remember when we were young, we used to make mud pies in the rain. We used to catch stickleback fish in the stream. We used to sneak over the walls at Conisbee Castle and played edge hopping over people's gardens. We used to play Kirby on the streets in Dennerby. You were always the best at it. You learned me to swim in the River Don in the summer, and you climbed up on top of the bridge to make a swing so we could splash into the river. We made tree houses in the woods out of cardboard and black bin bags. You used to push me on the swings in Flower Park in Dennerby and sheltered me in the rain with your duffel coat. We used to ride our chopper bikes on the streets in Dennerby, and we used to crawl through the hole in the fence together to go to school, Dennerby Infant School, in the morning. I was made to wear your hand-me-downs, and we had matching clothes. I used to tease you with my sweets and used to sit on my belly so I couldn't get up. At night, we went to bed in separate beds, but you always found me asleep, holding onto your leg in your bed in the morning. I used to cry when you used to leave me, and I used to follow you when you went off with your friends. You were my best friend, even though we argued like cat and dog. You are my big brother, David. You took care of me. You stood up to bullies for me and looked after me when I was frightened. You never let me down, David, and you always built me up. You are my big brother, David. Now it's my turn to look after you. Love you always, Glyn.
So beautiful, Glyn. That was very nostalgic as well. There seems to be a theme of childhood running through this evening. Beautiful. The next poem is by Claire Mcquaid, and I'm going to read it on her behalf. I am Scorpio. I am Scorpion. Moving slowly, taking everything in. My eyes are big. They see everything. I watch people, constantly looking inside them, working them out. They don't know me, not really. I never let the real me show. It's hard to trust and people are strange. Are they like me? Do they question everything? I don't know, so I just keep moving, slowly taking everything in.
This first piece is called Released. There are branches dancing and I can hear the wind whispering her secrets from tree to tree, interrupted only by the sound of the frog's misunderstood chorus and the gentle lapping of the water on the mossy bank, where the water displays its perfect reflection, which looks like a kaleidoscope of trees and water and unfractured, unblemished hope. I sit on the bank and let my toes sink into the lake. It envelopes my feet in cool satin, taking the heat from my sun-soaked soles and dispersing it within her great waters. Our energies forever entwined, our paths momentarily aligned.
Okay, so the last one that we're going to read from the collection, and then we'll take a break, is by Sarah Ainsley. As darkness began to fade, the birds began to sing and the sun began to break. The morning light appeared, but the birds were still in song, flying free up in the skyline, not a care in the world. Oh, how I would love to be like a bird, to be free and not have a care in the world. Keep singing your morning song, little birdies. People love to listen. Thank you, everybody. Amazing first half. I've been muted, sorry. And the first reader is Simon Duffy, and I'm going to introduce him by reading his quote on the back of the book as well, which is another beautiful quote. Life can be tough. We live in a world where the wrong people seem to be in charge and where too many things go wrong. It's easy to feel down and think that we will never escape from the madness of things. But when I feel down, I think about my friends at PFG Doncaster, always. One grey stronger, always finding little bits and pieces from their pockets to help each other, always seeing the little shining star amongst us. Thank you for another gift from home and true peer support.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Okay, so this poem I wrote, I think last weekend. I woke up in the middle of the night thinking about you all. It must be just after Michelle asked me to do this, and then I was thinking about it. And I woke up with this first line in my head, and I couldn't get it out of my head. And I went downstairs and sat on the sofa and finished most of the poem off. So, and then I polished it a bit the other day. But here we go. So it's called Our Citizenship, and it's for you. If they tell you you don't belong to their club, their class, their country, then remember that we all long for more than hollow spaces and empty boxes. Don't feel small because some small man tries to make himself feel bigger by clinging to some flag, by claiming father's victories and denying father's sins. We liberate ourselves when we see that we belong right here, right now, amongst those who found us. Our citizenship begins the moment that we claim it. Don't let it be defined by those seeking to deny it. Let no club, no class, no country divide or categorize you. We are citizens of every place where we start to build it. Our little lives burn brightest when love and fellowship unite us.
It's called Welcome. Isolated, lonely and sad, slowly going quietly mad. The pain of loneliness, the hurt of happiness, slowly going quietly mad. I wrote on my social media wall, hoping for someone who would hear my call. My call for help was answered so swift. My heart and my head are no longer miffed. A hand of friendship graciously extended, a welcome so warm, I'm gradually mended. I'm mentally healing and starting anew, and that is all thanks to you. My friends on Zoom became friends on the phone. I'm now socially active and happy at home. To have you as friends, to be welcomed by you. You saved my life, that much is true. But no word exists to express how I feel, how to say thank you. It's not enough, it's not real. How can I say how you have saved me? I truly belong, thanks to PFG.
Trigger, it's time to be just you. Remember, just be you. Yes, some may find it hard to do. Many tears and fears, so much suffering over the years. It's okay to speak out, or be brave, or even shout. It was them, never you. As a child, you was told just what to do. They knew it was so very wrong and didn't care. Often they gave you such a scare. Didn't even care on your suffering and pain. But more often it always happened again and again. You was told you was to blame, but never hold your head in shame. They only wanted their own pleasure. I only know too well because of his body weight, because of the heavy pressure. Wish he actually got prison time, but no, he got away with his crime. But remember, just be you. As you're strong and will learn what to do. Go into who you are and meant to be. You have a bright future ahead, just wait and see. You was never to blame. All abusers should be shamed and given out their name, so nobody else suffers in their sick, twisted games they play. Scream, shout, or call out their names. Let your voice finally have its say.
Well done, Julie. A very brave, powerful poem. Thank you for sharing. Thank you.
Christmas is a time to share, a time to love, a time to care, to remember loved ones we miss so dear, cherish the memories of when they were here, to fill a glass and raise a toast to loved ones in heaven we miss the most. Merry Christmas, isn't it fun to say Merry Christmas to everyone? Time for a party and presents and things that make children happy and give their heart wings. Christmas is forever, not just for one day. For loving, giving and sharing are not to be put away. Like bells, tinsels and lights in some box upon a shelf. The good you do for others is the good you do for yourself.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I've been really quite poorly this year and think I've started to talk about my bipolar and write about it a bit more. So here it is. There's two of the poems. So I've got my first one is Finding Bipolar. You have bipolar, they said. It's in your head. The cells are misfiring. You have bad wiring. What made it that way? I did say. Genetics, they said. That means the way you were bred. Oh, I see. It's that family tree. I looked up. I took a moment. What about trauma in my life pro forma? I knew that was part of my story too. And one day exploring that would be my breakthrough. That's my next one.
Amazing, Karen.
And my next one is called Manic Sleep. The world is asleep, my head from this does keep. There is a racing mind where sleep should find. At times this is bipolar's gift, but one that always causes a rift. My mind can be muddled, my patience troubled at night. Or it can be a tide full of creativity and wild. I've tried everything you say, bear this in mind before more advice you lay. All I can do is try hard to stay in my bed, believing sleep will be found soon in my head.
Well done, Karen. Brilliant. Amazing poems and very brave. Thank you for sharing.
How are you feeling? That's a question I don't even know, because one day I'm all right, the next I feel alone. My disorder's eating any happiness I own, straight down to the bone. No one really even cares, trust me it shows. Where were you at when I was stood on the train tracks? Where were you at when I OD'd and fell through the cracks? I'm not begging for no sympathy and I don't need your help. Just consider the fact I'm an emotional wreck. I've got issues, but who even asks, right? I fake a smile from morning to night. I'm terrible at goodbyes. Could this be my last night? My trouble's still here. I'm tired of this fight. I've been through hard times. I'm always feeling blue. Yes, I got depressed. You don't know what I go through. My life seems a mess. I know I deserve it. Things forever on my mind. I feel like a burden. I don't know who I am. Do you see a different person? I cry up in my room, tell myself that I'm okay. I know it's a lie as I fight for the next day.
Amazing, Laura. Very powerful.
The next one's called Inspire Me. The leaves fall down from the tree, reminding me of what you meant to me. A rare moment I want to forever last. Don't break the tides which have passed. I kick the leaves high into the air, carelessly calm without a care. I look beyond the branches to the sky. You're watching me from way up high. I feel blessed for the days I live. Goodbye, beautiful one, set free. I'll carry you with me always. For now, it's I who inspires me.
And the poem is called Light. I am Lynn, I am okay. The bad feelings enclose around my body like poison ivy. The opposites appear. Hope, despair, sadness, joy, apathy, energy. I realise they're all the same. You cannot have one without the other. When the never-ending darkness of my soul appears, the sun will follow and bring light to the world. Truth, honesty, empathy, love, and when nothing else is left, laughter at the absurdity of life.
The first one is, how does the world see Christmas? How does the world see Christmas? I really do not know. People passing by without a care, you know. Well, there's homeless sitting on the street. They just pass them by without a care. Tints on every corner, writing everywhere. For Christmas is a special time. I wish that they did know, but I guess they all never understand. It's just another bleak day to them, you know. For Christmas to me is special. And let me tell you why. It's a very special time for me because Jesus was born on Christmas night. Christmas Day is special, very special to me. We celebrate his birthday, and that's why we have Christmas Day.
On the day when the wind deadens on your shoulders and you stumble, may the clay dance to balance you. And when your eyes freeze behind the grey window and the ghost of loss gets into you, may a flock of colours, indigo red, green, and azure blue, come to awaken in you a meadow of delight. When the canvas frays and the currach of thought leaves a stain of ocean blackened beneath you, may there come across the water a path of yellow moonlight to bring you safely home. May the nourishment of the earth be yours. May the clarity of light be yours. May the fluency of the oceans be yours. May the protection of the ancestors be yours. And so may a slow wind work these words of love around you, an invisible cloak to mind your life.
Wow.
Brilliant.
One of
Thank
my
you.
favorite poems. From my house to yours.